Greg O'Connor is heading the broadcast at Riccarton with Matthew Cross in the commentary box. And Greg, this is the scene, live pictures coming out of Christchurch, and I suppose good that there's no rain right now, but there must have been some rain during the week to take the track from a good range to a heavy 11 today. Good morning.
Yeah, very good morning to you, Jason. Welcome in to Canterbury Racing Riccarton Park. You're right, earlier in the week, Tuesday, the penetrometer came up a good 3. We did get a fair bit of rain, not enough I didn't think to get it back to where it is now, which was a heavy 10, now heavy 11. I've just been out and had a look at the track with Racing Secretary here, Jim Langham, and you can quite clearly see the work that's been done. They've had the verdi drain through it, they've had the undersow machine as well. You can see some of the grass coming through. Unfortunately, with the rain that has come and, of course, the race meeting today, a lot of that work will be nullified. And saying that, it's a couple of weeks to the Canterbury Bell here, and provided we get some good weather, and there is supposed to be next week a pretty good run of nice warm weather, then the track should come away. Now, that is, of course, in the future. What's it going to play like today? Well, the running rail, Jason's out a long way. I actually paced it from outside to inside. Got the old golf stride going, Jason, and it was about 13 metres, so not a wide space to come up the Riccarton straight today. And traditionally, when it's on a firmer type of track or a dead track, you've got to be on the speed. But realistically, I think we have to go with most of the form from about 3 weeks ago, of course, at the Grand National meeting, and therefore that's the way I'll be going today.
Yes, from 13 metres out of the rough, Greg O'Connor, you pull out the 58 degree and no doubt lob it within a foot, if not hole it and secure the hole. Greg O'Connor there speaking about the track at Riccarton rather than his very good golf game. Speaking about 2 weeks' time, the Canterbury Bell, there's a party apparently, a Group 1 party on the 21st of September. I'm looking forward to my invite. So that's the naming of the third on the program, and this is the market for it. 360 Miss Bramos, $3.80 Zentessa, Just Push Play is $4.50. Miss Bramos is the best back, but there is some solid money for Dynamic at $7 and Grand Rio there at $8. Just the 7 horses go around here, Greg, and this is the speed for it. How did you assess the race?
Yeah, look, I ended up settling on Just Push Play, the 6-year-old by Road to Rock. Incidentally, its win that came here at Riccarton Park was actually on a good 3, but does have wet track credentials. Good enough today to be very competitive, I thought. Sam Weatherly doing the riding. We're having a look here at Just Push Play. Last start, Ashburton on a heavy 11, Jason. Monza Securto, we know how well those colours, Mike McCann's race at Ashburton for some reason, and on this occasion, Monza Securto was too good, but Just Push Play actually hit the line really strongly. It was over today's distance, would only need to reproduce this with Sam Weatherly aboard to get a fair slice of it. So really strong last couple of 100 metres in the predominantly light pink colours there. Good effort, really good effort, and Monza Securto will go on with it from there. So I'm happy to be each way Just Push Play today. Zentessa won at this meeting last year. It was a slow 8 last year. I'm a little bit concerned about the track, but gee, she's a good mare, and she's by Z, Jason. Starting to sound like Steve Davis. It's by Sundon, people, but everything by Z at the moment seems to be flying, so you'd have to consider it. Miss Bramos is in good form. I like her a wee bit. Dynamic, and then you flip over the page and find a horse like Grand Rio, who's first up here in the south. You probably don't want to count it out, and Nakayama should be on the speed. Whether it can get the 1400 is a big question there, but Just Push Play for me.
Yeah, she's a high-quality mare, Zentessa, and looking forward to her preparation. She could win a really nice race over ground, and no doubt she can sprint well fresh today. The NZ Bloodstock, 5th on the program, is for the 3-year-olds at set weight and penalties over 1,000 metres. We won't get to see folk dress today. Kentucky Cougar and Louis Luck also have come out. We've got joint favourites that will wear Kevin Hickman's Valachi colours, Woodcote Lass and Bronte Beach. $5 for All About Magic and Miss Fedra there at $5.50. Intriguing run, Miss Fedra. Andrew Carston presents her in a fresh state. She was very good at 2. She has had a knee operation and returns. A little bit of a question mark over the track, but we know her quality, and she is, Greg O'Connor, one of the likely leaders in the race.
Yeah, nice claim of 3 with Cosy Azano, of course. We'll catch up with Andrew Carston leading into race 2 to get you the latest on her. I'm a little bit worried about the track, but Andrew's very pleased with where she's at, so I can't wait to see her as well. I reckon All About Magic's a great play today. certainly on an each-way basis. We know the last start effort was in the Castletown, did finish 4th, should be able to handle the track. I really like her. I think she's got a great chance today. Most of these fillies, obviously, this is their first step towards the Canterbury Bell in a fortnight, and ultimately getting to the 1,000 guineas, hopefully. So I like her. Woodcote Lass, I've got a bit of time for her. Went back over a couple of races and trials. Sam Collett to ride for Stephen Ortridge. Great to have him here. Here is Woodcote Lass, winning at Rotorua, beating, of course, Jason, a quick thinker. That's a terrific form line now, isn't it? So I think Woodcote Lass will give you a great side here today. Bronte Beach, I don't want to discount her chances either. Stephen Marsh and Chris Johnson, and I consider it to be at least a place chance too. But this was a good performance here, wasn't it, by Woodcote Lass? And if this filly by showcasing can go as well here today, and that of course was on a slow 9 at Rotorua, so heavy 11 today, probably not ideal, but there's a bit of quality there.
Yeah, there sure is, and horses that will be having far bigger targets than that 3-year-old race. The New Zealand Bloodstock 1000. Just a little bit of support for Miss Fedra, Live Drama, and also Intimidate around the favourites, Woodcote Lass, and All About Money there, race number 5. Race number 6, and this is how the market shapes up for the GavelHouse.com. 340 Kiwi Ida Prince Oz at 460. More Weaker is lodged between them price-wise at 4. We won't see Johnny Jones and Sword of Osman compete today. Some specking for Emily Margaret, so whilst those scratchings reduced her price, there is some money that has shortened it also. And Black Label has been supported here 10 into $8, bearing in mind Johnny Jones and Sword of Osman and the percentage that they held. Bit of speed as you'd expect. The open handicap is over 1,000 with Sabre and Black Label drawn closer to the rail. The pace influences with more Weaker. I'm not sure about Emily Margaret. Kevin Hughes suggested that they'll ride her where she lands, so whether that's in front or behind remains to be seen. But Greg, good race this.
Yeah, it is. I'd imagine she'd be behind Sabre and Black Label. Sabre finished second this race last year and will be on the speed for sure. And just where the rail is, they might be able to get a wee break on them. But if Emily Margaret's within 2 or 3 lengths as they turn for home, she's got to be hard to beat. She won this day last year, went on and won the Canterbury Bell and a couple of stakes races post that. So she's quality. I know you're keen on her, Jason. I thought her price was way overs. Even the $250 for a place is a really good play today. So you've got to give her a great chance. Why can't Prince Oz win it though? Went on the rampage with about 7 or 8 in a row last season, or between the last 2 seasons, and of course ultimately won the Stewards here. Has won on a heavy track, that was at Wingatui. Hard to find a knock on him, so I reckon he's got a great chance. Kiwi Ida's a quality mare, as we know. And then you got the likes of Iris Excuse, who was 3rd in this race last year and won on the first day of the Grand National Carnival. Can't count it out. It's a shame we haven't got Sword of Osman and, of course, Johnny Jones, but we've got a decent field here, and I can't wait to see Emily Margaret. From what Kevin Hughes has told me and what I saw at the stables over the National Carnival, she's furnished into a beautiful mare, and I reckon she'll go pretty close today.
Yeah, just speaking about Prince Oz, we're talking about Miss Lizzie being in the zone this winter. Well, back last year, as Greg mentioned, Prince Oz was going on an absolute tear down in the South Island. Started the 15th of March at Ashburton, and the winning didn't stop until after that 14th of November success in the Stewards there during Cup time. So one heck of a run that Prince Oz went on, and looking forward to seeing him line up today. Okay, the next race that we'll preview is the Christchurch Casino Open, race number 8. Galway Gary's at $3.30, from Raise You 10 at $3.60, $4.20 for Noman Ludi. How about the action? Well, Galway Gary is the best backed runner, is the clear favourite at $3.30, and there has, Greg O'Connor, been a little bit of specking for She's a Toucher, $14 into $12 with that information coming through from Thaddeus Taylor.
Yeah, Galway Gary, those couple of wins, of course, came at the national meeting and rating 72. Goes up to the Open here, does drop in weight with Cozzie's Claim, but I expect him to be pretty competitive because he should get a similar track to what he got. Maybe not as bad as this. This is Noman Ludi, of course, going around in the Classic, went a cracking race in the Winter Cup, came widest out here. Of course, the Gordonian was too strong, stuck to the rails, and did a fantastic job to win this race. But Noman Ludi was good, does go up slightly in weight. I reckon it might be his day today. He holds a nomination for the Christchurch Casino New Zealand Cup, and he kept on coming here, Jason, and he's really developed into a pretty fair sort of a horse for of course, Alice Winslow, and I reckon he'll go close to winning today, Noman Ludi. Owen Patrick, another Cup nomination, has to be accorded a good chance. You can't knock Galway Gary. It is a step up, but he's going to get conditions he loves. And, well, prior to those 2 wins here at Riccarton Park, he'd had 11 goes without winning one, but you could argue that this is probably his favourite track now, and Kelvin and Amy Tyler will have him in the right sort of condition, and Raise You 10 is another one that's handled Riccarton before, so, yeah, I'd accord it some sort of chance. But I'm happy to go with Noman Ludi. What about the strategy today? Don't mind Miss Oaks in race number 2 on an each-way basis. That should get you 100 back. Into Emily Margaret, I was playing her at that 340, 360 a place, which was enormous. I'm happy still to be on her, but maybe a 10 over 20 type bet with her. And Turncoat's been a significant mover in race number 7. Again, cops the similar sort of track conditions to A, winning on the Wednesday, and B, running second on the final day of the carnival. I think Turncoat looks a fantastic bet today. So that's the way I'd play the strategy, and I think we can at least get our money back, if not turn it into a nice wee profit.